Hello, everyone. It's Pat Herberger with LegalShield and IDShield. I'm here today to talk to you about two voluntary benefits that you have access to, a legal plan and an identity theft plan. So let's get started. Ask yourself these questions. Have you ever purchased a home, dealt with a civil dispute or divorce, thought about asking a legal question, had your will prepared, received a traffic ticket, signed a contract, had a problem with the contractor? Well, these are all legal issues, and you may or may not have hired an attorney to help you with these legal issues over time. But LegalShield is here to protect your property rights, homeowner rights, gun rights, spousal rights, parental rights, tenant rights, consumer protection rights, and more. We call it our Life Happens Legal Plan. LegalShield gives you the ability to talk to a lawyer in any personal legal matter without worrying about high hourly costs. For one flat fee, you can access legal advice no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue. LegalShield exists to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves and expects. So who's covered under the legal plan? You as the member and your spouse or domestic partner. A domestic partner is defined as someone you're living with, sharing living expenses. It can be same-sex or opposite sex. Never married dependent children up to the age of 21 living at home, including full-time college students under the age of 23. They can be in college anywhere in the country. Dependent children under the age of 18 for whom you are the legal guardian. Physically or mentally disabled children living at home are covered for life. There's no age limit. So here's a picture of our app. You can tap the app, call the law firm, and get equal access. You get personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. There's 30 examples on the flyer. So we've used it to get money back when we were overcharged for car repair. We got advice on car accidents, reviewed our home improvement contracts for us before we signed them. Had an attorney go to court for us for traffic tickets, used it for buying and selling homes, getting our wills done. So when you call, the attorney's going to let you know if you're on solid ground, shaky ground, or if you have no grounds for an issue that you're calling them about. What they will do is they'll write letters on your behalf as well, or make phone calls to a third party. So say you tried to return a defective product and they're not giving you your money back, or you had a contractor walk off the job. You can call them, and if they feel you have a case, they'll write a letter or make a phone call on your behalf to that third party. They also review an unlimited number of contracts and documents. Up to 10 pages are allowed for each document. So before you sign that home improvement contract, have the law firm look at it to see if there's something missing from the contract that should be added or something you shouldn't agree to before you sign it. Lawyers also prepare yours and your spouse's or domestic partner's will, living will, healthcare proxy, and power of attorney. And some people might be thinking, well, I'm so young, what do I need all those documents for? But actually the last 3 documents are for when you're living. Very important documents, especially the power of attorney. So you went into the hospital for routine surgery, but ended up in there longer. Or maybe you were in a car accident and ended up in the hospital. If you're not able to pay your bills, if you have the power of attorney, you can name someone to do those things for you. We also give you free annual updates of all 4 of these documents. And New York State has a will for you if you don't have one, but it may not be what you desire and your wishes. It's going to be what New York State wants. So I say don't put your family's fate in the hands of New York State. We also have part of our plan dealing with traffic tickets, moving traffic violations where points are assessed. So I don't know about you, but I feel like I pay enough for my car insurance already. But if you're pulled over, you feel stressed, right? You're thinking, my gosh, what's the fine going to be? How many points am I going to get? Will my insurance go up? How am I going to tell my spouse? Well, you can relax. What you do is take a picture of the ticket, hit submit to the law firm. You'll get consultation within 4 to 8 business hours about representing you in court anywhere in the United States, because you're covered in the United States for the legal plan. Now, this is when you're driving legally. There's only a $25 copay per ticket. What does that mean legally? Well, it means you're licensed, insured, registered, and sober. And our goal is to get the best outcome possible for you in court. You still have to pay the fine, but the attorney fee is only $25 per ticket. We also have free legal forms on the LegalShield app. These are forms created by attorneys. You can fill in the blanks and sign it and send it to the other party, have them sign it right on their phone. Maybe you have an Airbnb. Maybe you hired a nanny. Maybe your college student has a roommate. Maybe you buy and sell things on eBay and Craigslist. Maybe you have a renter. Maybe you want to lend somebody something, or maybe you want to loan someone some money. Maybe you're a musician on weekends or a DJ. All these great documents and many more are on the app for you to use for free. You can also submit a document for review right on the app. Now you can also scan and email it, but if you want to, you can submit it by taking a picture of it and submitting it right through the app on your phone. Now, if it's not covered elsewhere in our plan, you're going to get a 25% members discount. Things such as pre-existing personal legal matters, bankruptcy, divorce, child support, child custody, adoption, defense of a lawsuit, DUI, DWI charges, house closings, also prenuptial agreements, or maybe the executor of someone's estate. You're going to get a 25% discount off the attorney hourly rate. Now, we also have an emergency access feature on our app, that red button, emergency legal access. Our attorneys in all 50 states go home with a cell phone, evenings and weekends. If something happens and your legal rights are being questioned, or maybe you're injured in an accident, or the state is trying to take your children, maybe your ex-spouse complained to the state, or your teenager is arrested. If your rights, freedoms, or liberties are being denied or threatened, you have the right to speak to an emergency access lawyer. We do everything we can to have an attorney on the phone in 15 minutes or less. Now, if they're not on the phone with another member, you might be able to be patched into them right away. So you have a choice. On average, maybe a lawyer typically charges $250 an hour, could be more, depending on their specialty. Or you can join LegalShield for less than $199 per year and get all the services I just mentioned. Now we're going to talk about identity theft. We don't want you to become an identity theft statistic. Identity theft has been one of the top consumer complaints filed with the Federal Trade Commission for 16 years straight. Victims are spending an exorbitant amount of time and money dealing with it, hundreds of hours, thousands of dollars. And the criminals are getting smarter, and breaches are happening way too often, sometimes 2 to 3 times a day. And we're in dozens of digital databases, and that's growing every day. In fact, our plan is so comprehensive, we won the 2020 Cybersecurity Excellence Award for ID theft resolution, and no competitor offers more complete coverage than IDShield. Only 15 to 18% of identity theft is caught through credit monitoring alone. So that's why we do dark web monitoring and can help you with all kinds of identity theft, whether it's financial, criminal, medical, driver's license, Social Security, or synthetic. And I read an article, it said what the impact is on victims. These are people that don't have a plan like IDShield. 26% had to borrow money from family or friends. 22% took time off of work. 50% sold possessions to pay for expenses. 66% experienced fear regarding their personal financial security. 75% reported they were severely distressed, and 7% reported feeling suicidal. It's a serious issue. So who's covered under the IDShield plan? You as the member, and the member's spouse or domestic partner, up to 10 minor dependents up to the age of 18. And every quarter, we look to see if a credit file has been established. Maybe someone used their Social Security number to get credit. We hope that's not the case. If it is, they get full restoration just as you do as the member. If you have dependent children between the ages of 18 and 26, we added them for free. So they don't get the daily monitoring, but they do get consultation and full restoration. So what is the difference? We give you a dedicated one-on-one relationship with licensed private investigators. You're assigned one throughout your whole case. We also have a limited power of attorney that they'll send you, allowing us to work on your behalf on this matter so you can go back to work and go back to your family and let us do the research and investigation. You also get 24/7, 365 emergency access. So what type of monitoring do? We call it real-time monitoring of what matters most. In addition to monitoring your credit file, we also monitor the dark web and the deep web. So you're going to give us information like it's on the screen. We're going to see if there's a match between the information you're giving us and what we find up for sale on the dark web and the deep web. If we do find a match, we're going to send you an alert, and you can call into our investigators and talk further about it. We also added privacy and reputation management services. We want to keep our information private, obviously. We want to have a good reputation. So we also monitor your social media accounts. We're looking for 2 things. One, if you're putting information out there that could put you at risk of identity theft, we'll send you an alert. We also have a reputation monitor. If you're saying things that could hurt your reputation, we're going to send you an alert. Now, if it's something you didn't say, maybe it's because someone took over your account and hacked it. You're going to talk to us about that. We also have an anti-bullying service. So if your child is being cyberbullied, we have hired a firm to help us and coach you and counsel you in cyberbullying with your child. We have voice assistant privacy. We're going to tell you how to keep your information private if you have any of these voice assisted things that are listening to us and listening to our conversations. Data broker privacy. Our information is in lots of data broker files. We're going to tell you how to get your information removed from those databases. Smart TV privacy, we can counsel you on that. How to get password privacy and browser privacy. We can give you information and consultation in all of these different areas. And something we learned is that cyber crooks are targeting 401k retirement accounts. Someone with nearly $200,000 in their retirement account discovered it had been drained. A woman with $80,000 in her retirement account checked your account. Only $8,000 remained. So what we've done is we cover unauthorized electronic transfers from checking, savings, money market accounts, credit cards, and now 401k, IRA, HSA, FSA, HRA, ESOPs. We're going to try to get the money back, obviously, but if we cannot, you are covered. If you have the individual IDShield plan, you're covered up to $1 million. If you have the family plan, up to $2 million. And we've also enhanced our social media monitoring. A lot more people are on YouTube these days, so we're going to also monitor your YouTube account, and we've added social media monitoring for your dependent children. Up to 10 minors, we can monitor their social media accounts. We know that children are on social media now as much as we are, so it's very important to monitor their activity and make sure they're not getting into trouble. So we give you complete identity restoration. We'll do whatever it takes, for as long as it takes, to restore your identity back to pre-theft status. We have a mobile app that's very easy to use with the touch of a button. We also give you a monthly credit score, and you can follow the history of your credit score. We also include additional things in that $1 million insurance policy, like lost wages if you have to take time off of work, travel expenses, elder care, child care, if you have to use those services. And last but not least, we have member perks. If you become a member of LegalShield or IDShield, you get a free member perks account. It gives you access to over 400 companies where you can save money. And we've used the Verizon Wireless discount, Office Depot, Office Max. I get all my printer cartridges from there, save a lot of money there. I've used it for hotel savings, car rental savings, tickets, movie tickets they have on here. There's all kinds of things. I've bought clothing. I've sent someone flowers and food. I always encourage people to check out the member perks. I actually save more money every month using my member perks than it costs me for my membership. So I encourage you to check it out. So the next step, if you're enrolling, complete the application form in its entirety and sign it. If you're waiving your coverage, complete your name and date and write waive across the front of the form and sign it. And return your form to HR or other designated person at your company. Or if I've given you instructions to return the form directly to me, you can please do that. So I thank you for your time. If you have any questions, please reach out to me by my phone, text, or email. That's my cell phone number there, 863-6577. And my email address, herberger@legalshieldassociate.com. I encourage you to reach out. I'd be happy to answer any of your questions about coverage or anything like that. So thank you very much again for your time.